Youth are our future. Let us teach them well. Let us teach them well. Hi, everyone out there, leaders, parents, we need to rescue our youths. Our youths need to be rescued. I am a pastor and I'm also a certified counselor. I happen to counsel a lot of youths, and as an observer, going to the stores, on the malls, and even at my apartment, I interact with a lot of youths. I take it upon myself a few days ago to do a mini poll, not a scientific one. And what I'm picking up from the poll that I did, it's not a pretty sign for the thinking of our youth. I speak with some youth from 8 to 14, the consent of some of them parents. And I ask them a full question. Five of the questions that I ask them is, what do you need to be when you grow up? And I ask, who's their hero? Like who they need to be like when they grow up. I ask them the country that they are from, and I'm a big fan of Tyler Perry, Denzel Washington, and Steve Harvey. I ask them if they watch their movie or listen to Steve Harvey. And I also ask them if they go to church. And as I said, it is not a scientific poll, but it is frightening. It's mostly boys. And 70% of the student, the children that I talk about, talk to is like, some of them want to be a footballer. Some of them want to be a gamester. Some want to be a rap star. And it's only 2 out of the 100% want to be the president of America. And guess what? They can't, unless things change in the next 25 years. One of them is my son. He did not born in America here. And the other one is a Mexican. He did not born here, so he cannot be a president. But what I couldn't understand is that none of this youth that born here want to be a president. 5 of them. I'm telling you, let me just be exact with you. I talked to about 70 youth, 73 to be exact. And out of the 5 of them, is only 3 want to be a doctor, 2 want to be a teacher. And I placed emphasis and I asked her, why you want to be a doctor? And one was like, our sister is a doctor. And yeah, the other 2 is that they need to be a doctor, and they're not from America. They are from Africa. I'm telling you, these children in America here, they need to rescue. You know what they want to do? You know what 70% of them want to do? Gamester and YouTuber and football player. Those things. I'm like, what is going to happen to America if 70% of the students just want to be a rapper, YouTuber, gamester? And what is amazing to me is that the things that they are playing on the game. I was talking to some teachers sometimes ago. As I said, I'm an observer. I was talking to some teachers sometimes ago. I give a speech or motivation speech over there to some children. And they were telling me that it was an elementary school. And children in grade 5 does not know their 5 times. Does not know their 3 times. Gamester, those guys that are making the games, I'm talking to you right now. If you mean the children them good, please start to make some educational games. Please, anyone that get this video to watch or whatever, please try and let it reach to those who are making the games on PS5, Pro 4, or whatever it may be. I don't know those game thing, but I'm asking those people to make some educational games for our children. We need to rescue our children. And leaders of these states, Washington State, and I needed to go right to Mr. Biden, Mr. Honorable President Biden. I needed to place some emphasis on these children because they really need to look about. They are placing so much emphasis on games, and they are doing everything they see in the game, bring it into the schools. Some teachers is afraid to talk. I'm telling you, I talked to some of them, and it's not a pretty sign for our children. We have to start today. Today, we have to look about our children. They need some good hero. And those rap stars out there that singing about, we don't want to hear about Roxanne want to party all night and you're moody. We need to teach the youth them to be good Samaritan. This country need young president. This country need lawyers and doctors. Who's going to pay? Where are they going to get money to go and watch football and to pay for those concert that you want to put up and keep? Come on, leaders. Join with me. I am a pastor and I'm counselor, and I'm trying to set an example for our children so that and in the poll that I do with the children, none of them want to be a pastor. I don't know what is happening. I don't know what is happening to our youth. We need to rescue our youth right now. I am a father, and I father a lot of children, and I take care of children for my own. It's not that I take care of children for my own, and love to see the children them. I mean, I'm lost for word. I don't know what to say because it is so frightening. We need to be there for our children. Parents, we know that you have to work hard, and we know that things are not easy. But we got to make time for our children. Make time for our children. Our children need us. We need to make time for them. And I don't know where this culture come from in America. You're gonna tell me that you don't want any devotion in school. I think those things are rubbish. We must start to pray with our children. We cannot leave up our children like this. Let them keep devotion in the school. Let them learn about love. You teach them love. You're not teaching them demonization. You teach them about love and teach them about God. And stop the rubbish about you don't want to have a devotion with the children in school. That's rubbish, and it must throw in the garbage. I want to conclude. My point is that my point is we as parents and leaders need to start or continue to place more emphasis on our children. We need to look about the future for this world. We need pastors. We need presidents, vice president. We need doctors and lawyers. And we must let our children know that it's not about YouTuber or Gamester. We need them to be a part of society. I'm not saying those who are YouTuber and Gamester is not a part of society. Those are for entertainment. And if 90% of our youth into YouTuber and Gamester and football player and rap star, who's gonna support them? I am appealing to those rap stars too to start do some good music and let our children learn from them. Leaders, please come to the rescue of our youth. Come to the rescue of our youth. I'm appealing to you. Come to the rescue of our youth. And we need you to do it like now, not tomorrow, right now. In Jesus' name, glory be to you. Just before I go, I just needed to know that I am a pastor, the Pentecostal Deliverance Ministry in Everett, and certified counselor. You can email me at michaelrodpowell@yahoo.com. Spell MICHELRODPOWELL. Michael Rod Powell at yahoo.com. Thank you very much.